Welcome back, Nick Lenz. This Comic Corner, Classics as Non-Classic. This is episode number 1008 and Doubleshot number 902. Two vendor trades. First up, it is Avengers Volume 2 World Tour. This collects Avengers Volume, I believe this is Volume 6, Issues 7 through 12. Written entirely by Jason Aaron. Artwork by Sarah Pacelli, does Issue 7. Dave Marquez, issues 8 through 9. 10 is done by Dave Marquez and McGann, which is also double set issue. And 11 and 12 is done by Ed McGann and Corey Smith. The cover art for most of these issues are done by Dave Marquez. This one deals with a little bit of the aftermath of what happened in the first arc, the final host storyline, where Loki is basically taken by the Celestials to be tried for what he did in that particular storyline, and he basically says, "Yeah, I deserve a thank you for bringing you guys back together." He asked for when the heck the Avengers disbanded prior to the storyline. Unknown, because, well, I highly doubt they disbanded after Secret Empire, because they were still active, but for some reason decided to do that. And so it was revealed in these issues that we have a new base of operations for the Avengers. Is it the Avengers Tower? Nope. Avengers Mansion? Nope. It's a dead celestial. Yep. Referred to as Avengers Mountain. Yeah, and apparently inside of the place, it's revealed that the Wakandans actually built like a whole boatload of rooms, and we have Gorilla Man in here for several issues. And the joke is he's the Avengers butler, even that belongs to Jarvis. He's an agent of Wakanda. Yeah, they explored us a bit later. I believe it was in this storyline here, where this storyline they actually set them up, where Black Panther recruits a support crew for the Avengers, not just basically Jarvis running everything. We have the Wasp. We have Kazar. Yes, Kazar. We also have Otakuru, I think her name is. Yeah, she was in the Black Panther book. She's leader of Black Panther's bodyguards, and she's one in charge of the Agents of Wakanda program. And fun fact, this particular group of characters are getting their own ongoing series soon. And it's not done by Jason Aaron, it's done by a different writer, which is interesting. Yep. Oh yeah, also revealing these issues that we have Namor going frickin' nuts, attacking Raxon. The whole point of this particular subplot, this is to help set up the Invaders ongoing series by Chip Zdarsky, which is still going right now. And we also have the debut of the Squadron Supreme America. Yeah, I'm not sure where these people are going to go, but they're basically my thing. Also, it's revealed that Phil Coulson's alive. Yeah, as for how the heck he got resurrected after being shot in the heart by Deadpool. And apparently he hates superheroes now, and he's burning his Captain America memorabilia cards. Why the heck is he doing this? Not explicitly revealed. And it's not revealed how the heck he was resurrected. It's like Jason Aaron just retconned something like Gary Duggan did. Maybe because that the reason why he was resurrected, and this is my personal opinion, I think Jason Aaron actually disagreed with killing him off in the first place. But either it was higher ups told him to have Phil Coulson an anti-superhero or something else. Also, Phil Coulson was reporting to General Ross. Yes. And Ross doesn't like the fact... Oh yeah, and here's the thing. The new leader of the Avengers is it Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. Nope, neither one of them. It is the frickin' Black Panther. Yes. Which... that actually is a good idea. He did briefly lead the Avengers back in the 70s, so why not somebody who actually has, well, been a long-time Avenger and actually has led the team? Well, he led for like one issue, but at least someone who has been lead before. And apparently DC doesn't like it at all that he's in charge of the team. And this sets up mild stuff in the Captain America book. Yeah, minor stuff. Yeah, of how some people don't like Captain America very much in DC. Yes, also, Ross is out of prison, even though he was arrested toward the end of Gary Duggan's run for Hulk, which is another thing that Jason Aaron undid. And Gary Duggan, as far as I know, I think he still works for Marvel, and yet Jason Aaron in these issues undid two things. He took Ross out of prison, and he resurrected Phil Coulson. Yep. Though something bad happens to Ross as revealed in the pages of Captain America, so I'll get to that when I get a chance to review it. Also, Jason Aaron does something quite unusual. He puts Thor and She-Hulk in a relationship, though she's referred to as simply the Hulk. Which I think is kind of dumb, because we have a Hulk. He's the Immortal Hulk. He's got a spin-off ongoing series done by Al Ewing, and it's really, really, really good. I highly recommend it. I might get a chance to view that particular series in trade in the near future because I think that series is really good. Yep. Of course, you also have a really interesting thing here where we have Captain Marvel try and change the oil in Ghost Rider's car. Yeah, I thought this was really funny. And talk about the younger days. She's part of the Avengers, and the fact that apparently because Ghost Rider's Avengers, he has to require a lot of homework. Oh yeah, he talks to his little brother Gabe, who is not like, he's paralyzed. Basically, they took elements from the Agents of Shield TV show for Gabe, and they put it in the comic. For one thing, he's no longer like mentally disabled like he was originally, from what I heard. It's been a while since I've read all new Ghost Rider. But yes, good set of issues, 9.5 out of 10. This leads into stuff happening in this particular storyline here. This is Avengers Volume 3, War of Vampires. Also in here, they recruit Blade. Yes, Blade. Make his first appearance since the end of Brian Michael Bendis' run for Iron Man. Yes. What heads up the issues in here? Also done by Jason Aaron. And the artwork in here, now this is only collecting issues 13 to 17 of Avengers Volume 7. The first issue in here, issue 13, is done by Andrea Sorrento and Dave Marquez as the rest of the issues, who also does the cover art for most of the issues as well. Yeah, simply put, we have this new group of people known as Legion of the Unliving. This is different from the other one, which basically a lot of the time they were just a group of dead supervillains. Yeah, Legion of the Living is led by this guy. Now, of course, the first issue in here is now one thing you gotta appreciate about these set of issues, and of course they do exploration here as well, is that there's basically stuff related to the Avengers BC. Yeah, Jason Aaron's followed out some stuff that he set up in Marvel Legacy #1, which came out 2 years ago. Yep. Now, the Legion of Living. Okay, now this one's basically just an origin story for an early, I think it was the very first Iron Fist. That's basically what issue 13 is. The rest of the issues are just basically here's Legion Unlimited. These are them right here. Now, this guy here, he's known as Colonel Shadow. Who this guy is... Now, if you ever read the storyline Curse of the Mutants, it was a 6-issue storyline, came out in 2010, came out roughly 9 years ago today, well this year anyways, and it involved, prior to that particular storyline, Dracula was killed, and he was usurped as the head of the Vampire Nation by his own son Xerxes, and at the end of the storyline, he died, and Dracula's put back in power. Here, he just wants to die, for some reason. Colonel Shadow is Xerxes, which I'm kind of like, that's impossible. Cyclops murdered him. Yeah, Cyclops killed him 9 years, at least about 8 years prior to the storyline, and yet here he is alive and well. No explanation for it at all. Yeah, it's like Jason Aaron just undoes stuff he doesn't really like very much. So yeah, bring in the freaking vampires, and Blade becomes a big player in this particular storyline. We also have the return of the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, for the first time since the Doctor Strange Damnation crossover, which, as this year came out 2 years, it came out, actually it was last year it came out. He shows up in here for about a couple of issues, doesn't do very much, but it's great to see Johnny Blaze. Yeah. And of course, we also have the Winter Guard shows up in here. Yep. And they get into a fight with the Avengers. Why? Because they want to. Also, they're led by a woman named Red Widow from the Red Room. Who this woman is, I don't have any idea. Yeah, it's not specifically revealed in here who it is, but great set of issues, 9.5 out of 10. This one I also gives 9.5 out of 10 as well. Really, really good. I love the Avengers issues. Yep, so that's it for this particular review. Next thing we're going to do, Dragon Ball Super, and then another comic corner involving 2 trades written by the same person. Kind of like this one was, though. This is basically 2 volumes by Jason Aaron for his Avengers run. Yep. And plus, I love the logo they have for Avengers. It's like, when was the last time you saw the Avengers logo looking like this? Yeah. Probably not since like the early 2000s, but it's great to see the logo back like this. Jason Aaron's run is fantastic so far. Heck, he just did this crossover the Realm of Wars, the War of the Realm storyline, which they also hint at here as well. And it's also revealed that Ross Solomon, though it's set up in issue of Thor, that Ross Solomon is now part of the Agents of Wakanda. I kind of thought Jason was planning to hook up her with Thor. That would have been interesting, but my guess is he doesn't really want to do it, so he hooks up Thor with She-Hulk, which not exactly a really big problem with that due to. Here's kind of the thing: She-Hulk has never had a family love interest ever. I mean, she's dated Wyatt Wagfoot from the Fantastic Four comics when she was part of the Fantastic Four. Aside from that, she's also been briefly married to Man-Wolf, which was later revealed to be a manipulation of Star Fox. You are thinking, Star Fox, you mean the character from Nintendo? No, completely unrelated character. It's Thanos' brother. Yep, Thanos has a brother named Star Fox, who looks nothing like him at all, and yet this guy's his brother. He's a guy who wears red and white and uses hormones to manipulate people to do whatever the heck he wants. It's kind of similar. It's basically he's got a pheromone thing, which here's the thing: Spider-Woman's got the same type of power he does, but the weird thing is they have never met at all, which is kind of weird. Yep. But yeah, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my review for Dragon Ball Super soon. Okay, but to the next view. Bye.